I am obsessed. I'm drinking it up. It is so creepy and so well written and so real and human and evil and gross. And it's really good. It's really good. This week, it's gonna be a reading vlog. I'm reading Yellowface. If you guys watched my April TBR video, you will know that on the community tab, I sent out a poll and you guys were able to choose one of the books that I read this month. And I did that because I wanted to celebrate my 200 subscribers. Yay! And when I filmed my April TBR, Project Hail Mary was in the lead. So at the time, I took that book as the winner and put that in my TBR. But a couple of days later, the winnings changed. And since I hadn't actually started reading Project Hail Mary, I decided to also change what I was going to read since it didn't actually win. So the true winner of that poll was Yellowface. So that is what we're reading this week, Yellowface. Did I say Yellowface? Oh my god. I apologize. I read Yellowface like a month ago. Yellowface. Whoa. We're reading Yellowface by R.F. Kuang. I just left Starbucks and I just left Dunkin'. Yeah. That's what's going on right now. If you guys need a Dunkin' order, get a medium iced decaf latte, 3 caramel swirls, 1 liquid cane sugar, almond milk. Okay. I have to get decaf because I can't do caffeine. I can drink caffeine if it's like in soda, but for some reason I cannot drink coffee, any kind of energy drink at all. I even, like just a month ago, I was on my period and I took this brand called Midel and it had caffeine in it and it fucked me over. It fucked me over. So caffeine is not good for me, so I don't drink it. So decaf is the only kind of coffee I ever drink. But it's a really, really good drink, guys. It's fucking phenomenal. I only get it like once a month because diabetes and it costs a lot. So once a month I splurge and get Dunkin'. I've already read the first chapter of Yellowface of Yellowface, and it's already been kind of insane. Like, I love this writing. I love like the dynamics that we already have between what was her name, June, I want to say, or Junie, was it June and I don't have it. I don't have her name. I don't have it. Wow. I'd have to open the book and I'm trying to eat. But anyways, the other girl, right? Junie hates her. Like, is jealous to the fucking max. And it is so hilarious to read this fucking book, y'all. It is like creepy and dark, but like also there are parts in it that you can totally relate to. You know, whether you've ever felt jealousy toward a person or jealousy because of someone's success or because of their luck, whatever the case is, there's a little bit of it, there's little nuggets in there that you can read and be like, yeah, I know what you mean. And there's other parts in there where she's fucking psycho, you know what I mean? Like, she's insane. And they go to her place and they eat. She chokes on pancakes, babe. I can't imagine witnessing someone die that way, like choking to death and they're just like flailing. Like, that is horrific. And for the Heimlich to not work, like, you can say, oh yeah, I know the Heimlich, but do you really know the Heimlich, y'all? Because I can't say, you know, I know it. I can envision it, but I don't really know it, you know? There's some rule about it's gotta be like above the belly button or below. I don't even know. But like, if that happened to me, I would not be confident in my ability to save that person, sadly. So she ended up dying, and the very last, the very last sentence of the chapter was like, then she went home, you know, threw herself into bed, and in the bottom of her, you know, purse was the manuscript. I'm just like, what? Did she take the manuscript after the bitch died while the police were there? That's bold. That's bold. Any of you guys watch The Walking Dead? You catch that finale of The Ones Who Live? Cool. Anyways, Yellowface. I'm officially 70% into this book, and it is psychotic in the best way. I had heard about this book months before, of course, I'm reading it now. And I knew it was popular, but I also, like, in my mind decided that I wasn't gonna read it because the way people like sold it was like, it just like sounded very fucked up. Like, I just didn't really want to read something that depressing in the sense of like someone taking someone else's work. I just didn't want to read that, you know what I mean? And also just the anxiety of having it over this character's head of like, is she gonna be found out? What's gonna happen? Like all that, like the amount of anxiety that I assumed was gonna come with this book and the horribleness of the character just put me off of it. But of course, when I put up that poll, it won. So now I'm reading it. And I can say that what I thought I was going to feel, I'm not feeling. I don't know what that says about me, but I'm not feeling it. I am obsessed. I'm drinking it up. It is so creepy and so well written and so real and human and evil and gross. And it's really good. It's really good. I just finished chapter 16, and so far there's been like 2 scandals of like people, you know, being like, hey, I think you stole the last front. I think you stole that book. And then she finally makes a second book, and she stole another part of Athena's, like she stole a paragraph of Athena's short story. And they found out about that, but I guess she was able to spin it for now. And she just got off the phone with Athena's mother. And Athena's mother was like, you know, I have her like moleskins, her little notebooks where she writes out the drafts for her books. And some people want them so they can look into them and see if it's true that you stole her work. And she was like giving June a call and was like, you know, I don't really want to give that to them. I don't want anyone to read that because then her secret's gonna be out and I don't want to know what is in her soul. Like it was such a weird like conversation of her. She's like, her mother was just like terrified of learning what Athena could have written about her, about their family. And it's honestly kind of creepy because the way June kind of explains it, it's almost as if June can tell that Athena's mom knows that June stole her daughter's work. But because she is so, you know, apprehensive and just not willing to, not wanting to see what are in those notebooks for her own sanity, she's willing to overlook all of that, which makes me so intrigued as to what is going on in your family life for you to be that, you know, okay with this to be happening. What occurred? What happened, babe? I love books. I love reading. I would love to work in the publishing world at some point in some capacity. And so I love kind of the setting of this book. And I just love the fact that we are getting a kind of a deep dive into the publishing world. I read a book previously about a writer, but like it was kind of, it wasn't really focused on like the publishing part of being a writer. She kind of was just like, yeah, I'm a writer. But like this, I mean, we are getting kind of the ins and the outs of like the process of her trying to get this book sold and finish writing this book and all of that. So it's very, very interesting. I don't know. I mean, we've got 30% more. It's so funny because like after some person on Twitter was like, oh yeah, I'm pretty sure June stole more of Athena's work with this new book, Mother Witch. I was like, oh, this is it. Like she's going down. And then, you know, her freaking publishing team at Eden, they were like, no, you know, just tell us the truth. We can spin it. So like, they don't really care. You know what I mean? As long as the money is coming in, which it is. I think her editor or her assistant, some guy, he was like, you know, all this controversy, all of this in the media, it's just making your sales go up. It's just giving us free marketing for you. So, you know, we'll spin this. You tell us the truth. You tell us what it is, and we'll tell the world. And as long as the money comes in, keep writing. So creepy. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I wonder if she will be able to write another book that is going to be well received that will be hers wholly and completely without any kind of plagiarizing from any parts of Athena's work. Okay, that's what she needs to work on. Thinking her own thoughts. Because damn. But it's so good, guys. Like, it's genius. I think this book is genius. And I think the reason why I'm obsessed with this book is because I love just like having a book about like just humanistic qualities. Like having a book where we're really having an introspective deep dive into a person's psyche and to what they deem as right or wrong, or how they convince themselves that they are right. Their morals, the ways that they are kind of crumbling internally because of the decision they made that they know was not the right decision. But they continue with a lie. They continue to almost trick themselves into believing they are right. It is so interesting. And like I said, before I read this book, I didn't think it was going to be for me, because there's such a way, like when you present this book to somebody, like if you, like when it was presented to me, it just left a bad taste in my mouth. And I just didn't think it could be written in a way that I was going to, is like the character the right word? I didn't think I was going to be able to understand the character. Like the way June is written, she is so multi-layered, and I think just the processes that she goes through in her own mental mind of making this make sense to her gives you, it helps you understand who she is as a person, good and bad. And I would say she's like a psycho, but not like in like a, I don't know how to explain it. Let me think. Like Verity. The book Verity by Colleen Hoover, our character who was like a psycho, and she like had all these horrible thoughts that genuinely made no sense. Like there was no fucking connection you could make as a sane person to make what she said and what she felt made any sense. It didn't make any sense at all. This is a different kind of crazy. You know what I mean? This is a different kind of psycho. June is like the kind of psycho, it's a quiet psycho. You know what I'm saying? Like it's, I don't know, but I get it and I like it. And I want to keep reading. And I think this book is really fucking good. And R.F. Kuang, this is already a 4. This is probably a 5 stars. Depending on how this ends, I'm into it. I'm really into it. Okay. Guys, this is so cute. I'm literally eating my ice cream because I can't, there's nowhere to put it while I drive, but like, there's some people over there and they're taking prom pictures and it is so cute. It's adorable. It's adorable. It reminds me, I don't know how old you guys are, but I'm 21, and like I knew a lot of people in college who never got to have prom because of COVID, which is so fucking sad. That's like I don't know, to like not have the opportunity is fucking sad, to be honest with you. And I remember like freshman year of college, we had like a party at college, like at the school put on, that was for prom. Like it was like, oh, if you weren't able to attend prom, come to our college prom. It was like a weird thing. I didn't go because I mean I was able to go to prom, so I didn't feel the need to do that again, but that was cool. But yeah, I went to a different school. It was like an early college program. So when we had our first prom in junior year, there were about 30 or 40 kids like in my grade. And so we had a prom like in this small little room. Our teachers were like breathing down our necks. The freaking like dance floor was like a 10 by 10 fucking space. It was really bad. Like that was like that's not what I even consider my prom to be, because the year after senior year, it was still of course 40 kids in our grade, But instead of us doing like a prom just with our school did like, hey, if you want to go to this school's prom, you can go to their prom. So we literally went to a different school's prom. It's funny because everyone in our school was like, yeah, I'm not going to their prom. It's not. So no one went but me and like my best friend, and then we took our other best friend that didn't go to our school. So we went to a prom in a giant fucking building. It honestly looked like a giant like building in the middle of nowhere. I mean, when we went there, if you go outside, it's just wilderness and like a really cool like campfire site and like a bridge and a little pier situation down there. Like, it was a big party place you could rent out. And so that's we had our senior year prom, and it was so fucking fun because I was there with my two best friends and we were at a different school's prom, so we didn't know anyone there but each other. So it was just so fun. I finished the book. Hot damn. Okay. Now, Goodreads will not allow me to give like 0.5 stars, which I think is an actual crime. So Goodreads, you need to update your website and you need to make it so people can do 0.5 stars, because I'm so annoyed not being able to do that. Anyways, I'm going to put it at 4 stars on Goodreads. But if Goodreads allowed 0.5, I would put it at 4.5. Damn, that was good. I did not think I was gonna like it. I thought I was gonna hate it. I thought I was gonna hate the character. I thought I was gonna be like, just pissed this whole book. But instead, I was obsessed. This entire book, guys, this entire book had me obsessed. And the ending was so creepy, but so well done. It's so like realistic, because we as a society are so quick to opinions, so quick to canceling people, so quick to believe what we want to believe and run with that idea. And so at the very end of the book, of course, I mean, am I doing spoilers? I might be doing spoilers. It'll be light, but it's whatever. So at the end of the book, we have June, and the truth comes out. You know, some random girl gets on audio that June, you know, admits to stealing Athena's work. And so after that, June's thinking to herself, like, hey, you know, this girl hurt me, like I'm injured, like I'm visibly injured. I could write a book about how she's the crazy one, about how her and Athena are leeches and they're evil and I'm the victim. Because she was like, I know there's gonna be somewhere, some person reading this book is gonna write a review and they're gonna be like, what if we got it wrong? What if June truly is, you know, the victim here? And it's so creepy because at the end of the day, there's always going to be people who are going to argue for the sake of arguing, who are going to look for holes in a story, you know, that's true or false, who knows? They're going to look for holes in it. And at the end of the day, when she writes the book, it is going to sell like hotcakes, and it's going to go crazy, and she's going to be able to reclaim her story and reclaim what she has decided she's going to put out as the truth. And it is so good. Oh my God. Now before I read this book, I had watched a couple of videos of people reading this book, and they were saying how they didn't like it because it was something about the author and how they thought the author was like putting in her own personal thoughts about publishing, which I don't think that matters at all. I don't follow R.F. Kuang. I don't even know what they're talking about. So I don't know her at all or know any of the, you know, her feelings on anything. So I can't speak to that at all. But all I have to say about that is this was a good fucking book. And I truly think, as crazy and as fucking wild as this main character was. She was so, like, it was so possible. Like, this could happen. This could be happening. We don't fucking know. Who knows? You know? The truth is so, like, hidden sometimes. It's so, I mean, sometimes it can be right in your face, but you just can't see it. You won't accept it. But I truly believe this could happen as easily as it was written. As simple as it was written, it can happen. The things that June was talking about were it was so appalling and so fucking hilarious and just like mind-boggling that I needed to just keep reading it. I'm not in the publishing world. Like, I don't, you know, I'm not in it, but I want to be. Like, one day I do want to work in the world. And so a lot of really interesting points were brought up around race and around, I don't know, what society wants or what the publishing world wants or how they act around certain individuals when it comes to diversity. That was interesting. That was funny. That was fucking hilarious. I don't know. What else? I don't know. I just really loved it. And I just love books that really go deep inside the human mind, inside the human psyche, good or bad. I love it. So if you guys know any books that are similar to this, not with like books or publishing, but just in general, with like when you have a character who, you know, has decided to do this or believes this, and we just get like this whole beautiful masterpiece of a book where we are like encapsulating her feelings and her thoughts and her beliefs, good or bad, I don't care. I mean, if it's written good, I will eat that shit up. I don't mind reading books about things I don't believe in. I don't mind, like, that doesn't hurt me. Doesn't make me feel sad. It is just an interesting way to hear someone else's perspective. It's an interesting way to be uncomfortable. Sometimes it's okay to be uncomfortable. Do you know what I mean? That is an okay feeling. You're, you know, at some point in your life going to be uncomfortable. It is life. So you have to accept that, and you have to learn to make the most of it and like positively gain something from it. And so I'm obsessed. That's all I gotta say about that. So you know what? Thank you, subscribers. Let me just reiterate that. You are the ones that picked this book for me to read. Like I said, I put a poll on my community and you guys chose Yellowface. So thank you for choosing it because I loved it. You guys are great. Okay.